Secret mind control. The ego is a fragile thing, a very powerful thing, as well as very, very slippery. Consider this metaphor. The greatest trick the devil ever played was to convince us he doesn't exist. This is a perfect metaphor for the ego. Of course, it presupposes that the ego is in the same league with the devil. And absolutely out of control egos can cause destruction. Lord Acton's famous quote, "Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts," absolutely is about egos gone mad. Despite the slipperiness of the ego, it can still mess us up. Consider your ego to be the enemy of persuasion. Unless you are a super confident, wildly charismatic, hard-closing monster, when it comes to persuasion, your ego is probably doing you more harm than good. How do you know when your ego is hogging the conversation? Whenever you feel the need to tell the other person what's what. Even when you tell them what a great idea they have, or when you tell them things that are supposed to make them feel good. Worse is when you tell them why you think they should do what you want them to do. This is why sales and seduction are generally numbers games. Unless you just happen to click, or you just happen to be able to dominate them with your frame, you won't get the sale or the number. Consider that the ego follows a law like Newton's law of motion. For Newton's law, the law is for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. But for the ego, the law is for every ego flex there is an equal and opposite ego flex. So when you tell them what to do, they will subconsciously be compelled to tell you what they think they should do. What's the answer? Turn off your ego and leverage their ego. Expand their ego from the inside out. People love to talk about themselves. People love to flex their opinions and their experiences. So why not let them? Ask them simple meta-model questions to expand their ego. Not randomly, but purposely, deliberately expand their ego in the direction that you want. So they will choose your outcome, but for their reason, driven by their ego. Not only is this easier, but it's much more effective. Because it will be their decision, there will be much less resistance. Of course, it will be hard for you to keep quiet when they happily own the decision that you secretly slipped into their brain. Even if you don't want to persuade or seduce people, this technique will put them in a very, very good mood, because people very rarely experience the absence of Newton's ego law. They will feel very good about the conversation. They will have the experience of flexing their ego, flexing their opinions, flexing their experiences, but without resistance from you. And they will subconsciously associate those good feelings with you. And that will give you a significant advantage over their thinking and their decisions. To learn more about this process, please visit mindpersuasion.com. Check out the links below. And because we make videos almost every day, please subscribe so you can continue to learn more. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching.